morning, everybody!
Anybody ever told you the world was gonna roll you? Well, this video might do just that, because we gathered the most clever pop culture references from the Shrek franchise, and you may be surprised by what we found.
Say no more, you don't have to worry about a thing.
Number 1. Here's one reference to rule them all. Fiona's wedding ring flies in the air and then lands on her finger in a shot-for-shot recreation of Frodo catching and wearing the One Ring for the first time in the Lord of the Rings movie. Maybe Lord of the Rings can return the favor with a Shrek reference in the new Amazon series. We wonder what the Silmarillion has to say about shape-shifting ogres. Number 2. They say that a hero could save us. Before Tom Holland and Zendaya charmed us with their on-screen, off-screen chemistry, the romance of the Spider-Man franchise all came from one iconic, gravity-defying kiss. In Shrek 2, Shrek and Fiona recreate Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst's upside-down smooch. But in true ogre fashion, Fiona wipes away a face covering of mud instead of peeling back a superhero mask. Number 3. We have a grande half-calf sludgeachino for Schlepp. The Kingdom of Far Far Away features a spot-on Starbucks reference, with signage for Farbucks coffee looking exactly like the recognizable Starbucks font. And it seems like this Java chain is just as popular and inescapable in the fairy tale world as it is in ours, because in one shot you can see Farbucks coffee locations on 2 corners of the same street. Number 4. Was it us, or was it always kind of weird when the Beast turns human in Beauty and the Beast? Even if it left us missing our furry friend, the transformation at the end of that movie was iconic. The Shrek animators recreate that sequence when it's time for Fiona to take her final form. After the levitation and the golden beams of magic subside, Fiona is left in the body of an ogre, and we're here for it. Number 5. Shrek's got a kissy girl. Shrek 2 opens with a montage of Shrek and Fiona on their honeymoon. During a beachy makeout scene, the tide rolls in and a wave engulfs the fairy tale couple, leaving Fiona displaced by a mermaid who looks suspiciously similar to Disney's Ariel. Red hair, shimmering tail, and purple top? That can't be a coincidence. Looks like Dreamworks was inviting Disney to be a part of their world. Number 6. All you need is faith and trust and a little bit of pixie dust. Shrek mostly sticks to their own interpretations of the fairy tale world, but every once in a while there's an obvious reference to another famous representation of a fairy tale character. The fairies captured in jars to serve as lamps bear an undeniable resemblance to the beloved Disney version of Tinkerbell, who similarly gets trapped in a lantern by Captain Hook after she betrays Peter Pan. Number 7. Shrek's bringing sexy back. In Shrek 2, we learned that before being captured and locked away in a tower, Princess Fiona was just your typical preteen girl. Her old bedroom reveals her youthful obsessions, including a signed poster of Sir Justin with a picture of real-world pop star Justin Timberlake. An incredible added layer to this reference is that Cameron Diaz, the voice of Fiona, dated Justin Timberlake in real life. And don't worry, Fiona, you didn't miss your chance to see your teen heartthrob perform while you were locked away. We're sure they let ogres attend the concerts on the Trolls World Tour. Number 8. The gingerbread man gets the last word in Shrek.
Whizzers on you guys!
Referencing Tiny Tim from the classic tale A Christmas Carol.
God bless us, everyone!
While being tortured earlier in the movie, the gingerbread man seems to have a bit of a stubborn edge, but in those final moments of the film, he actually seems incredibly sweet. Get it? Sweet? Because, okay, you get it. Number 9. Gentlemen prefer ogres. At least that's true for our leading man Shrek. Fiona recreates the moment that is forever linked with Marilyn Monroe of the air catching her dress in the 7-Year Itch.
Oh, here comes another one!
Maybe next time Netflix makes a Marilyn Monroe biopic, they'll include Princess Fiona as her obvious predecessor. Number 10. Take the red pill and open your eyes to the reality of just how many movie references Shrek packs in. When Fiona takes on the Woodsman, her fight choreography references one of the most memorable combat sequences in film history. The slowed-down 360 shot of a hero suspended in midair from the original Matrix film.
You have to see it for yourself.
Number 11. Just in the nick of time. Puss in Boots saves his signature hat from annihilation in a scene that perfectly recreates a similar moment from Indiana Jones. The original film also borrowed some action-packed imagery from Indy back when Shrek rescued Fiona from her tower. In that sequence, they encounter a long, rickety rope bridge that highly resembles the one Dr. Jones contends with in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Number 12. God save the Prince. The now King of England, King Charles III, was until recently a prince. This made him the perfect pop culture reference to slip into the fairy godmother's song trying to convince Fiona that she should aim to be more ladylike in order to charm a real prince. Of course, Fiona ends up choosing a gross, sloppy ogre in the end. And we can't say we blame her.
Now, where were we?
Oh, I remember.
Number 13, he's a maniac on the floor. Even without the off-shoulder tee Jennifer Grey was known for, Puss in Boots does an incredible job pulling off the sultry chair choreography from 1983's Flashdance. We never noticed how much those thigh-high boots look like leg warmers until now. Hopefully the new Puss in Boots movie will include some sweet 80s dance moves too. Number 14, did you know Pinocchio does all his own stunts? Some sources disagree, but we've calculated that 98.3% of all movies made in the late 90s and early 2000s featured a parody of this inescapable scene from Mission Impossible. Of course, Shrek had to get in on the action. Just like Tom Cruise, Pinocchio descends from ropes, and just like Cruise and his character Ethan Hunt, Pinocchio refuses to stop making more movies. Number 15, this reference is out of this world. Even if you've never seen 1979's Alien, you've probably seen the traumatizing chestburster scene where an alien, well, bursts through somebody's chest. Shrek recreates this scene with Puss in Boots popping out of Shrek's tunic, bringing a little humor and levity to the scarring image that haunts our nightmares. Number 16. Next stop, Tinseltown. Jumped in the coach, here we are for the first time. Look to our right and we see the Far, Far Away sign. The Kingdom of Far, Far Away displays a hillside welcome that looks exactly like SoCal's Hollywood sign. The parallels between Fiona's hometown and La La Land continue with references to the famous streets of Beverly Hills and familiar tourist traps like maps to the homes of stars. Number 17. It's a small world after all. Lord Farquaad's dominion of Duloc is packed with jabs at Disney's theme parks. The Dreamworks team makes fun of cheesy parking lot names, endless gift shops, interminable wait lines, and of course, somewhat haunting dolls singing a mind-numbingly annoying, catchy song. Number 18. American dating shows weren't always as nuanced and realistic as The Bachelor.
Sit back and relax, my lord, because it's time for you to meet today's eligible bachelorettes.
The dating game was a household staple that aired throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and the Magic Mirror parodies the show format with 3 eligible bachelorettes seen only in silhouette. Number 19. Pinocchio's got all the moves. Out on the dance floor, the wooden puppet recreates the signature moves of superstar Michael Jackson. The King of Pop may no longer be with us, but it seems like the moonwalk will live on forever. Did you notice all these pop culture references? Tell us all your favorite meta moments from the Shrek movies in the comments. Join us for more highlights of pop culture parodies, Easter eggs, and hidden details in your favorite animated films by subscribing to our channel now. Thanks for stopping by. You're an all-star.